Hey riders, and away we go. Sunday morning, Team GRC Sunday short race. It's almost 8:15 in the morning here. Horrible weather outside. Last time I looked, it said it was 5 degrees Celsius, which is probably maybe 40 degrees Fahrenheit. Winds howling. It's raining. It's really not that cold if you're used to it. We're in a little pocket here. I guess I should say Calgary is the highest big city in Canada. We're not mile high, but we're still, I think it's over 3,000 feet in elevation. So get a bit of cold, you never know. Looks like later this week, I think Tuesday, Wednesday, we'll be down to almost 0 at night. In the outliers, the cities are getting like 2. We might touch down to a frosty level, but it'll be gone in seconds, so no big deal. Welcome back, everyone. Taking a look at the rider list here. All the names are here, folks. Oh, Tuden showed up. Awesome. Let's have a quick look here. I got a minute to spare. Let's see new names to me. Scrivio here, new name to me. Michael DM. Let's say Michael. Hey, Ragnar's back. Not new, but he's back. I was going to do some Backstreet Boys there for you, but I think I'll pass today. Our water body's been showing up a lot. Hey, there's Plu Plu. Bondi could be a new name to me. Czech Republic rider looks like. Here's Jill's. So I see 2 or 3 new names already. Shunnick's here. Definite hitter at the front. Super short route today. 6 kilometers, 265 meters of climbing. So it's a climb all the way. I believe this averages like 4.5%, something like that. A couple of flatter parts, a little false flatty. You can see false flatty here at the beginning and some other flatter parts here. This is like Team GRC's bread and butter, this type of thing. False flat climb. This is going to be spectacular. Let's get out of the rider list now and prepare for an ultimate smash fest of bodies into the ground. They're all here. It's going to split up quick. This won't take very long though, so pretty excited to cover this one. And we're gone. Gadoosh. Here we go. Let's do a quick map load, get this out of the way whilst they're all taken off. So you can see here we're starting in the valley. Looks like some farmland over here, I believe. Something weird. I can't tell what that is. And the city's up here, and we'll be slowly climbing. See a lot of 5 watt per kilo stuff right now. Tony Yeager smashing it at the front. Tuden right off the rip with Shunnick. Now, I see Shunnick here, Tuden, Plu Plu, Nelson, Spin Jedi for sure. Let's jump on Spin Jedi here. These are going to be the big hitters at the front today. Who can hang on? I really like this type of course because this could be a pesky lightweight climbers course, or it could be a big juggernauts course. Someone that can just smash power because it's so short. This is like, I guess it's the kind of climb that, like a Matthew, I can't even say his name. Matthew Vanderpool would dominate at, or say a Wout van Aert would dominate at. Bigger riders who can drop big power. Being that little lightweight climber may not be beneficial on these shorter, not huge elevation climbs. So, I don't expect a lightweight climber to be right at the front on this one. Those lightweight climbers, they're going to excel at the 20, 25 kilometer climbs that just grinds the bigger riders down. Here's that Scrivio rider I was talking about. Right at the front, doing quite well here. Only a level 35. So, yeah, let's take a look at the front. We got Tuden here. Nelson. Shunnick. Plu Plu. This is the 5 to 6 watt per kilo gang. Looks like Plu Plu's just trying to get back on here. I'm not sure if they fell off at the very beginning or they're just making their way back now. False flat coming up right away, so Plu Plu better get on quick. Looks like they're on now. They're in the draft. 7 meters back behind Tuden. Great job there. Johan GTZ R3000 here, riding solo at this point. Be nice if if GTZ R3000 and Spin Jedi could get together here. Jedi riding strong here, 4 watts per kilo. Scrivio, new rider. Looks like about a 65 kilogram rider here. Grandad Rick, looking strong. Riding with Alex. GRC. We got Thomas, not too far behind. Thomas decked out in the beautiful GRC jersey. Nobby Styles, yeah, there as well. SR71, John's here. Look at all these level 80 riders. These are the hardcore dedicated riders to Rouvy right here. Tony Yeager, of course. Roger, the R. Bouncing back to Rocket, 72. Rubu's back. Hey, Rubu. Been a while. Think you've been outside. Probably got some crazy weather somewhere. That's why people... So I'm finding that people... You know, you can use Rouvy when it's brutally cold outside. Maybe it's windy. You know, I know some of you from like the Netherlands and Belgium, just brutal winds all the time. Sickening, really. We just see Rubu. Rubu here is winding it up at this point. In pursuit... Rocket, David 1951, always with us. Here's Ragnar. Ragnar pushing good here. Juggernaut for sure. Bashak, hey, and that's one thing. Bashak's not here today. He's in Vermont, enjoying some time off. So I think what Bashak's term for it is Clydesdales. Ragnar definitely fits the Clydesdale category. Looks like he weighs a little bit more than me, but big guy on the bike, doing quite well here. Scottish Terrier is back. Here's a new rider. Am I going to say Michael? Yeah, Michael DM, I guess. Des the Destroyer Dyer. GRC. Bondi. Yeah, I saw this rider earlier today too. New rider here. Our wider body. And that's all we got for today, folks. 25 riders. Let's jump back to map mode. See where everyone is. You see the spread here. We're working our way up through the valley here. I love this topography here. I bet you this is really dry, arid. It reminds me a lot of an area in Canada called like Kamloops. Kamloops, or, even through like Salmon Arm. Super nice summers. Take a look at the split. Tuden is with Nelson and Shunnick and Plu Plu. Jump on Plu Plu. I don't know a lot about Plu Plu. Not sure who they've been riding with, but only a level 37. Scrivio is a 35. Everyone's rocking here. So, Spin Jedi went ahead of a GTZR 3000. Pushing hard. Probably caught them at just the perfect time. And, depending on your efforts, did you go hard on the flat before the climb? So it's kind of like, you can see here on GTZR, we're coming out of a false flatty, back into a climb now. 3% false flat, and now we're kicking at 4.5. Probably going to get up to 6 or 7 here, so it's going to suit different people riding styles. Nelson's at the front. And just a quick shout out here. Let's talk about something that's kind of exciting to watch right now. I know most of the people here are from Europe, but there's an awesome Stanley Cup final going on right now. Edmonton Oilers versus the Florida Panthers. Edmonton is right up the road from me. We have 2 hockey teams in Alberta. Calgary Flames, Edmonton Oilers. Edmonton Oilers, one of the greatest dynasties of all time. Probably still the best player of all time. Wayne Gretzky was there. That's when they won all their cups. Calgary managed to squeak one out in '89. I remember that quite well. Just great players back then. And so I think, and I'm not a huge hockey fan, but I have been following these playoffs. It's nice to see those teams play. And I think it's been since 1993 that a Canadian-based team has won the cup. So, it's pretty tense, the hockey. Edmonton went to Florida, lost 2 games. They got slaughtered 2 games back-to-back. Came home for the 3rd game, just got beaten up again. 4th game, Saturday night, Miss Shania Twain opens up with a concert outside, which was actually pretty cool to watch. Just caught a bit on YouTube and Sportsnet. And, Edmonton just beat the snot out of the Florida Panthers last night. It was 8-1. Florida pulled the best goalie in the league at this point because he had 5 goals on him that were just, he should have stopped them. Pressure probably got to him. Really exciting to watch. So can the Oilers come back from a 3-0 deficit and win the next 4 games? It's possible. It's going to be very hard to do. So if you're not a hockey fan, maybe now is the time to just tune in and have a little look to see what hockey's all about. I'm not a huge hockey fan. I'm not really a team-based fan. I don't really care about the team. Like, oh, I love my team because they're in my city. I don't care. It's the same as cycling. I don't really have a cycling team I like to watch, like at the Tour de France. I just like that rider who's brave enough to do some crazy move, go on some crazy attack. It could be one of the riders from a Pro Conti team that you see like at the Giro. I can't think of their names right now, but you know, they're like continental teams, pro but not World Tour teams. They get invited to the World Tour races to compete based on their performance. Oh, check this out. Don Matteo is coming up as well. I'm not sure. I didn't see Don Matteo earlier. Really strong rider here. Riding with Spin Jedi in great company. Let's back up. Got Alex here. Alex looks like going solo at this point. Riding close to 4 watts. This could be a 300 watt ride average for Alex here. I think that's where he's riding these days. Really impressive to see. Just going to bounce back. Check out some of the people at the back. So we got our wider body here just grinding up through the steeper segments right now. Close to 9% here. Looks like Michael DM had a little issue on the road there. Not really sure what's going on here. Waiting on his team car at the moment to see if he needs a bike swap or not. Can't really tell if he's got, yeah, definitely flat tire here, folks. Didn't see that there for the first couple seconds. Moving up to Dez. Dez is chasing after Bondi here. Nice. Get it, Dez. Yes. How motivating is that? That's the beauty of this. Everyone's doing their own ride. Everyone's got people, little carrots dangling out in front to chase. Dez and Bondi here should like stick together. Very motivational to ride with someone else. I do it a lot, so I do like doing solo rides. Sometimes I catch people out on course. So I did. What did I do yesterday? It's the European Challenge 2. You know, I think it's 3 routes, and I did the 35-kilometer one. I can't even remember what it's called at this point. So I like, if I catch someone and I think their power is reasonably close to what I'm riding and I want to like maybe back off a little bit, just watch for me. You'll see it happening. So I'll tell you how I do it. I'll cruise up beside you. I'll totally let off the gas. If you see me coming up beside you doing 0 watts per kilo or say like a quarter of your power, jump on my wheel. Let's do this. Let's roll. Why not, right? So obviously I can't always tell who's doing what. You need to be in just ride mode for me to help you do that if we want to draft. SR71 here looking sharp. Look at all these yellows here. Hardcore riders, Rocket, Tony, Roger, SR71 Jills, Nobby, Grandad Rick, all part of GRC. Like, our group consists of a lot of very accomplished riders, very experienced. Here's Scrivio coming up. Actually, it's Grandad Rick catching up with Scrivio. Alex is ahead. Alex is gaining on Johan here, GTCR 3000. Thomas Lynn further up the road, still climbing. Going to jump to the front here, folks, because they're down to less than 800 meters. Hopefully the climb will allow me to kind of call this better this time. So we've got a group of 4 here. This is the group. These are the big hitters today. Those that are going to hold 5 to 6 watts per kilo. You know, I don't know. This is a hard call. I'm going to put my money on Shunik for this one, just because Shunik's been hanging out with us a lot. Tuden, probably one of the strongest muckers riders that I've seen. That's very legit. But Nelson's there too. And I'm not, no disrespect to Plu Plu. I just don't know enough about Plu Plu. So the podium, I think, is going to be those 3. But it's hard to tell. Very hard to tell. So we're going to kick up again here. This might be the final part where they can attack each other. Who's going to go to the front and attack now? Because it's going to get very false flatty after this. Looks like Tuden's doing it. Here it is, folks. The strategy, you can see it coming at us. Now is the time to push. Don't wait till the false flat. We need 8-9 watts per kilo right now. Tuden is pulling it off as I watch. Look at this, folks. 9 watts per kilo has put distance into Nelson and Plu Plu. Shunik is just hanging on here. Can Shunik reel him back here on the flats? It's going to be very hard now with only 150 meters to go. What a beautiful move at the right time here, folks. Let's go back to Shunik. You can just see Tuden up ahead. Won't catch him now. 1-2. Tuden and Shunik with Nelson Snyder coming in third. Great job here, riders. Plu Plu took fourth place. Like, critical point to attack. You can see it here on the profile. I'm going to hover my mouse over it. That is the attack point for all the rest of the groups coming. So, as incredible as it was to watch those front four big hitters, we got more coming. So, Don Mateo is going to finish alone here. I don't think Thomas Lynn can catch him. There's a gap of 70 meters. Unless Don Mateo falls apart here, Don should have fifth. And then we're going to have Thomas Lynn. Really good ride today, Thomas. Pushing hard here, 5-6 watts per kilo. But again, any groups, like you can see here, we got a group here. There's a group of two here. We got Alex and GTZ, Johan. They're a group, but they are separated by 50 meters. So what I would do if I was Alex, just put an extra dig in here on that little kicker, and that will consolidate his spot. So here's Don coming up to that kicker point. So if you're in a group at this point, now's the time to go. You saw Tuden do it, dug deep, 9 watts per kilo, got that 10, 11, 12 meter gap, and it was over. Because they're still coming out of the climb as you're already on the flat. As long as you've got the conditioning and the ability, you can pull it off there. The new drafting algorithm on here, it's just made these little kicks ever so important. You'll see it even happen on like basically flat races where there might be one kick of 4%. You'll see riders now attacking like crazy on those because that's your only real chance to get away. Drafting's really helped keep people together. So Don's going to finish in 5th. Thomas in 6th. It's got 150 meters over Spin Jedi. Spin Jedi, yep, looking good here. Just coming out of that, the kick attack point, we'll call it. Will finish 7th. Alex is chasing hard here. Can see Spin Jedi ahead. Let's keep an eye on this one here. Alex looking good here. Well over 300 watts still. Alex has gotten so strong on the bike. Look at him. He's just like right at 300 watts. This is a really strong effort. So 6th and 7th have finished. Sorry, 5th and 6th have finished. Alex can still see Spin Jedi. Is there a chance here for Alex? Riding, putting out more power now than Spin Jedi. Does Spin Jedi know Alex is coming? Is Spin Jedi waiting for Alex? He must be. Because Spin Jedi's power is under 3. Alex is going 4. Alex is going for it right now, folks. Alex is going to jump on Spin Jedi's wheel with less than 200 meters to go. Are we going to have a huge sprint finish here? I'm not. Yeah, Alex is just going to fly on by. Spin Jedi, I don't think really cares about the finish here at this point. Watched them a lot, seen much stronger finishes than this. So Spin Jedi is just going to go cruisy to the finish. Alex is doing a bit more of an attack. Great job by everyone. Excellent job by Spin Jedi here. Just finishing nicely. Coming behind Alex. So then we got Johan coming up to the finish for 9th. I'm going to back up here. Oh, here we go. Scrivio counter-attacking Grandad Rick here on the attack point. With Rubu, not that far back. I'm trying to find some critical groups coming up beforehand. So this is going to be a sprint finish between these two. If I jump back to Nobby here, okay, Nobby solo getting to the attack point. Looks like Jill's is solo coming to the attack point. The little kicker that I talked about earlier. Back up to Scrivio and Grandad Rick with less than 200 meters to go. Scrivio 3, Grandad Rick's coming back at just over 3. Nice job here, Grandad Rick coming over Scrivio. 100 meters to go. Grandad Rick pushing close to 4 watts per kilo. Scrivio countering at 3. Grandad Rick will take 10th place here with Scrivio coming in 11th. Rubu is only 160 meters back. We'll have 12th place. Here's Jill's. Jill's riding solo at this point. Nobby is 80 meters back. Might be able to see Jill's up the road. Nope, can't see him. Jill's is just coming out of the kick attack point and is now on the false flatty. Probably feels just at home on the false flats, as will Nobby. Yep, special shout out to Nobby again. Nobby, next weekend, dude, let's do it. Chasing the Sun across England. I love it. I'm going to try to follow and maybe try to create. I guess I can do some commentary or something. But yeah, so exciting. So I think that's June 22nd. I'm going to have to figure out, I'm going to have to check the website out and figure out exact start times. So Nobby's finishing in 14th. Roger coming in 15th here. With John not that far back. Going to jump back here. I got a group here. I got 2 riders here. I got Tony and I got Rocket. Now Rocket can just see Tony up the road. But Tony's just coming out of the climb now, of the bump. So what happens here is Tony pushing a little bit more power. He's out of the bump now. It's getting easier for him. He's going to start accelerating away, making that gap between himself and Rocket grow. As you can see it happening right now. Look, we went from 40-something meters. We're over 50 already. So you just got to be in the lead at the top of the bump. To put that bump between you and that other rider and get away. So Tony should be good for 17th place here unless Rocket puts in some staggering counterattack. With 250 meters to go, highly unlikely. These riders know each other very well. We've all ridden a lot together. As for myself, people ask, am I riding today? No, not today. Dealing with animals outside, the weather. I'm going to be doing one of the European Challenge routes later. A little out of shape right now, so I'm just going to ride kind of chill, I think. I think I'm doing that one. It's called Datev, maybe. DATEV, part of a challenge route, so I'll just jump on and do that. Oh, here's Ragnar. Sorry, Ragnar. Haven't been watching you. Big man's going strong here. Yeah, Ragnar, nice 100 kilos in weight. I love it. Definitely don't want to sprint against riders like this. Probably can drop some huge power. I'd love to see a nice 14, 15 watt per kilo sprint out of Ragnar. But yeah, coming in for 20th place, just getting out of the worst part of the ride now. Des and Bondi are sticking together all the way. I love it. So yeah, we did. Yeah, so Michael, DM, done. Flat tire, still waiting on his team car. What a miserable day for this rider. Where's the team car? I wonder if the team car is broken down behind him. And it looks like Jupe C joined very late. Saw that they missed the start time and just backed out. So here we got David 1951 finishing. Excellent ride. Going to jump back to Ragnar here. Sorry I didn't jump on you enough, Ragnar. Everyone don't forget, I think Ragnar's putting on a weekly race series on Mondays. Just terrible timing for me. If I ever get a Monday where I can do it, I will definitely jump in and support. Yeah, get in it, folks. We need more people running like weekly events. You just kind of get into the community of who's riding, and you're going to see the same people showing up to all these events, just like the Sunday GRC Sunday Short Race. So here comes Ragnar to the finish. 150 meters to go. Scottish Terrier not far back, and then we got Des and Bondi. I think Ragnar was just going, enough. When does this end? Coming to the finish, looks pretty cruisy here to me. Yep, this looks like a Collins style finish after these events. Like, yeah, I'm done. Good enough. Excellent job. 20th place. Scottish Terrier coming in next. 21st place. And then we're going to be dropping back 1.5 kilometers to Bondi and Des, and then a further 1.36 kilometers back to our wider body. So let's just sit on these riders for a little bit. I'm not sure what else I have to talk about here. I think, oh yeah, so we do have a Monday race tomorrow. I think it's a challenge event. I don't really know. I've been kind of out of the loop. I have been following Discord. Again, folks, if you watch this video, Inside Cycling World, obviously you know where you are. This is what you're watching. Check out the jersey here. You can see the Team GRC right on the rider shorts. I want a pair of those. I want a bib style pair of those shorts. Since I ride inside so much, to be honest, folks, I don't even really wear a jersey anymore. Like, why bother overheating inside? But I love me some nice bibs. I'll pay good money for nice bibs. So yeah, we should have a Monday race tomorrow. I will confirm that. And maybe put it in the comments. I'll put a link there. What else can I tell you? Jump into the Discord. We've got a ton of people jumping in. In fact, Nelson's in there. Stephanie Briggs is in there. So many other great riders. I mean, if I forget your name, sorry. Look at this here. Looks like Bondi's putting an attack, but Des is responding. Look at Des here. Des getting racy, dropping 3 watts per kilo. Is Des going to drop Bondi? Come on, Des. I think I'm going to hang with these 2 riders today. I was going to jump away quick there just to get the video uploaded, but let's do a little feature on these 2 riders here. So yeah, jump into the Discord, meet other people who are obsessed with cycling, just like you are, whether you ride inside or outside. There's so much cool conversations going on in there. We'll talk about our Rouvy rides, training rides, races that are coming up. Put your suggestions in for the Sunday short race. And now the Monday race is being added. Also, don't forget, we got the Gem City folks who like to hang out with us a lot. That's Gem City, ICC. Check out the website. It's fantastic. And they do tons of rides. I think they ride virtually every day of the week in the mornings. It's just a little too early for me. I think it's generally 5:15 in the morning. Maybe I should get into those because I've been struggling lately telling myself, I'll ride when I get home. Then I find out there's some kind of commotion at home. Oh, the latest one, folks. The latest commotion. Got these 2 old boys. Old boys. They're my old dogs. They're not that old. They're about 8. They've lived together all their lives. They're the last of my sled dogs that I still have. I just kept them because I really liked them. One's blind. The other's just buddy. Their names are Igor and Pedro, and they've escaped. They keep escaping out of their dog run. I keep putting stuff in there. Like, they have this gigantic dog run, so at first I couldn't figure out how they were escaping. Looks like Bondi's gone on a counterattack here on Des. Opened up a bit of a gap. Okay, Des, reel him back in. Reel him back in. And then, so I've been finding them. I just put them away. Find them, put them away. And I'm like, is that where they're getting out? It's hard to tell. Piled stuff up. But I'm in the house. Pedro has hours to work at the stuff I've got piled up. Pallets and metal fencing, and he just pulls it out of the way, and then they escape. And like I said, Igor's blind. He doesn't know what he's doing out there. But he can follow Pedro around. And it's really funny watching him. When Igor runs through the fields, he'll hold his head really high, like listening for the sound of Pedro ahead of him. And then he'll run with his paws, and he flicks them out in front of himself, kind of like one of those, I forget what those horses are called. You know, they look like they're dancing horses, and they have a weird gait. That's how he runs. I think that's so that he can kind of touch something before he hits it. Because he'll run into things headlong. Well, through the week, those 2 boys took off through the night, and they went running. I didn't know where they were for probably 36 hours. And all that day, like I didn't see them from the night before. Let's say 24 hours. I saw them at night, and then they were gone overnight. I woke up in the morning, I'm like, I don't know where they are. I don't even know where to start. We did get a post, I think at 7 o'clock that night on Facebook. Someone found them and said, these boys are so nice. One of them is completely blind. Like, the person could tell right away. Well, yeah, boys are back. Spent a lot of work the day before, putting the fence up properly, reinforcing it, wire, mesh, you name it. I've done it all. Got that finished. Then I heard a weird noise. That's my sound effect for a donkey. And Marshall was at the neighbor's. So Marshall got out again. I let him out of his little spot. I did a bunch of fencing, but I think I found where he got out. I fenced with barbed wire between 2 posts. It's a little bit too far apart. I need to get some reinforcing T-posts in there. Okay, the attack point's coming up for Des here. Des, now's your time, buddy. Let's go. Let's go here, Des. Or Bondi. Bondi, if you want to attack too, that's cool. I can appreciate it. This is going to be the hardest part. This is where you need to dig deep now and put a bit of distance into each other. They may be content just to ride together. You know, sometimes when you're riding with someone, it doesn't even matter if it's a short race, as long as you're riding together. You kind of want to stick together and help each other out. I always hate when I'm with someone and then it's like, I'm not going to attack at the very end. Here goes Des. Here he goes. 3 watts per kilo kick by Des. Just instantly put 8 meters into Bondi. Des will be over the top first. Watch this, folks. 9 meters, 10 meters, 11 meters, 12. Des will start to break away now. He's on the false flat stuff. Bondi's just coming out of the hill now. Look how quickly that 20 meters opened up on them. Now Bondi's going, he's gone. What do I do now? With only 300 meters to go, Perfect move by Dez. In the battle of Dez and Bondi, that was the race-winning move. Smart tactics, Dez. Everyone saw it. Dez knows what he's doing. And not to take anything away from Bondi. Bondi could be just doing a totally different ride, or just that last little kick was not in his legs today. Bondi might have been out the night before at the pubs. Could have been out cheering for Edmonton, who destroyed the Florida Panthers last night. Do I think Edmonton's going to win the series? Probably not. Florida's really good. Florida was in the Stanley Cup final last year, and they lost to the Vegas Knights. So Florida knows what they're doing. Florida's never won the Stanley Cup from what I know. Even though I'm a Canadian, I don't really follow hockey that much. It's not my sport. But these playoffs are pretty good. So here's Dez right at the finish. We're going to watch Dez finish. We're going to shut her down, and I'm going to get this video uploaded for you. Okay, riders, we'll catch you in a bit.